you've got enough scrap yarn to claim it as a dependent on your taxes, you might need a few ideas of what to do with it. Join me today as we look at some of those not so conventional ideas to use those little bits and bobs and put them back to a refreshed state and make something fun. Hang on. Hey buddy, welcome or welcome back. I'm Michelle with Yes Michelle Crochets. And for those of you who don't know, and those of you who do, what I like to do is have a bit of a routine for my videos so that you know what you can anticipate. I always try to start my videos out with a quote of the day. I think it sets the tone for the video. I know it sets the tone for my day. From there, I'm going to share with you the topic of the day conversation. I'm going to give you some announcements, and then I will move in to the meat of the matter or the sales that I want to cover for that particular day. And with that said, please allow me to get started with the quote of the day. Today's quote says, "Lend yourself to others, but give yourself to yourself." And this was said by Michel de Montaigne. And I'm probably butchering that name, but forgive me. The point is not the name. The point is the quote. And the quote of "lend yourself to others, but give yourself to yourself" is so important right now. Many of us, especially those of us who are parents and have children that have either gone back to regular school in K through 12 format, or those of us who are parents of college students who still lean on us in some capacity to support them, find ourselves stretched a little thinner than we were earlier this summer, myself in particular. I didn't have the greatest summer health-wise, and I stayed busy. I started 2 new YouTube channels, and I have this channel that I've been tweaking and making adjustments to so that I can give you the highest caliber of product that I can. Then send my son off to college, and pretty much every day there's been something new that I've had to add to my plate. So with that said, I'm reminding you, as I am reminding myself, lend yourself to others. I do all that I can for my friends, my family, and for my YouTube community to be supportive, an inspiration, and an encourager. But at the end of the day, I give myself to myself. If something doesn't align with what's going on with me spiritually, physically, psychologically, then the most important factor isn't what has been asked of me. People can ask what they like. I'm going to give to me what is best for me, whether that's a nap and saying, "No, I'm sorry, I can't stay up and watch your live or your video tonight. I need to prioritize my sleep." Or, "No, I can't go to that yarn sale or that crochet along at that particular store because Michelle needs to rest. Michelle needs to recuperate her needs, her time." And sometimes it is just recharge my social batteries. So no, leaving the house isn't an option for me. I've never hidden, nor have I pretended that I'm a social butterfly. I'm not. I am absolutely an agoraphobic, diagnosed as such, if anyone has ever wondered. Yes, it is a formal diagnosis, and I definitely suffer. I do try to come out when and where I can, with the understanding that I have certain health requirements that I must adhere to. So that on my mind means, yes, I prioritize being out for a designated period of time and getting home by a designated period of time. And as the mom of an adult who doesn't drive because of their disability, it means I have to also be available for my young adult. That means no, I don't get to run whenever I want to or be out as long as I want to. I have a routine. I have a schedule. It doesn't just apply to this channel. But the number one thing that I decide when I set my schedule is, what do I need? Do I need to make sure that on Tuesday night I'm available to just recharge my batteries in a semi-social setting, aka on someone's live as an audience member? Absolutely. And many times I do, which is why you see my name in the comments. And forgive me on the days when you speak and I don't. It isn't that I'm ignoring you. Knowing me, I'm multitasking. I said all of that to say to you, prioritize what is important to you. Give to you what you need. Loan the rest that you can in a way of kindness to others. So that's our quote of the day. And on to announcements. Happy birthday or happy anniversary if this is your special week. I sincerely appreciate having you here with me on your special day or on your special week, because it does indeed make me feel very special too. So for that, I say thank you. And for those of you who noticed last week, though you didn't see my face or hear my voice during that video, we hit a big milestone. We are officially over 1,000 subscribers on this channel, and I am so excited about that. I will be setting a new milestone goal, but for now, I want to take a moment to say thank you to each and every one of you. Whether you've been my A1 day one or you're new to the channel, I am grateful to have your time and your attention during my videos when you see my face either in a post or in a video like this. With that said, most of you already know, though some of you may not, I am not a channel that enjoys going live, but I do anticipate in the very near future there will be a pop-up live. So keep your bell notifications on so you're notified when that happens, because I anticipate it happening sooner rather than later. Now, of course, like most channels, I want to celebrate this experience with you, my audience, and my subscribers. So let me give you a little bit of what the rules are for this celebration, because yes, your girl has rules. Who doesn't? These rules are very simple. Number one, this is not a sponsored giveaway. Just as I'm not a giveaway channel. You can't come here week after week and anticipate that I'm going to be giving something away. I won't be. So if that's the kind of channel that you're looking for, I must apologize, but I'm not it, and you're free to move on. I thank you for being here. I hope you'll stay, but I am freely aware that there are some people who only watch videos like this for the giveaways. That's not the kind of channel that I want to be, and that's not the kind of channel I'm going to be. So I just want to put it out there and make it clear. Now, as for the giveaways that I'm going to do today, well, here's the deal. Some of them are items that were gifted to the channel for me to share at my discretion, and I'm going to be doing that. Others are items that I have purchased with my own resources and would like to share with others. I won't be sharing what these items are. They are surprises. In the event that they don't benefit or serve you, by all means, feel free to regift them to someone else. They are yours. You can do with them what you will after you receive them. So that part of it I needed to be clear about. I am also going to state this publicly so there's no confusion about it going forward. My selection process is this. Number one, you must be publicly subscribed to this channel. That does not mean that you can be subscribed and not be publicly subscribed, meaning when I go back and check to verify this information, I am going to see a red box next to your name. If I don't see that, it means that you're not public or you haven't turned that feature on for your subscription. And while I appreciate you being here because you do matter, and yes, you count, you will not count for this particular giveaway. With that said, let me also share with you. In order for me to make sure that I can afford the postage of sending out what will be shipped, I need to limit my area of sending to the US based addresses only. So that means even though you are a subscriber and a valued member of our channel, what you won't be is eligible for these giveaways, as you must have a US based address so that I can make sure I can afford the shipping. It would not make reasonable sense for me to pay more for shipping than some of these items might have cost. So I want to be clear about that. And for those of you outside of the country, please understand this is exclusively to make sure that I can afford to send the gifts that I'm sending. I love you. I appreciate your support. And at other times, I'm sure maybe doing gift card giveaways will happen. I don't know when and I don't know why, so I won't tell you to look forward to them. I am merely sharing with you where I am at this point. Now, with that said, on to a few more things. Finally, related to the whole giveaway situation, all the rules and regulations are going to be in the description box below this video, because I know me. I'm going to forget to tell you something, or you're going to have a question about something, about when that giveaway is happening. I'm actually doing the drawing on September 1st, which means in order to be eligible, you're going to need to leave your comment before midnight on Monday, because today is August 29th. I can't believe it. Today is August 29th as you're watching this video. It is the 28th as I'm filming it. And tomorrow is the birthday of my daughter. So though I will see many of the comments, I may or may not be able to reply because mom will be abuzz being a mom. And then of course there will be Sunday, and there is so much going on that day. But by the close of the day for Sunday and into Monday, I will be making my selection. I will go ahead and create a very brief video on Monday for those people who have followed the steps in order to be eligible for this giveaway. And I will notify you in a very mini video on Monday. So please turn your bell notifications on and make sure that you're aware of when that video drops. Now, let's get back to what we're here for. Let's talk about all those scraps of yarn. I'm calling this the ultimate stash busting challenge because, again, we all have scraps of yarn all over the place. We have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and the two don't work together. Whether one is a DK weight and one is a 5 and something else is fingering and this, that, and the third. Listen, it's a lot. I know, because I literally can point to scraps of yarn everywhere. Literally everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, people think I'm joking when I say I have scraps of yarn. Yes, this is a whole cake, but it's left over from a completely separate project. Not enough to repeat that project, but I don't know what I want to do with it. So I thought, if I'm in this situation as a content creator, those of you who make many more things than I do are in similar situations. So I wanted to give you 5 quick and fun ideas of what to do and some places to look. I will, where I can, leave links for the ideas that I'm sharing with you for you to either find a similar pattern or an idea that sparks curiosity for you to dig deeper. Now let's start with my first idea, which of course is the granny square. Those of you who know that when you go talking about granny squares, you got to talk about Juan the Yarn Addict. This man loves his granny squares, and I love this for us because we get to see different ways to make granny squares, whether it's the offset V-stitch or it's the traditional granny square done in a round, or whether you flip it back and forth. The man does everything with a granny square that I've ever seen done, and we all know he's got more to share, so we'll be looking through his window to see what else he's going to be sharing with us. But no matter how you make your granny square, this is what I'm choosing to do with my scraps. And I will show you more once I get further along with this process, because I just started thinking about how I wanted to use them this week. The granny square patterns. I'm going to be making 5.5 by 5.5 inch squares. Now, of course, Juan does a 2-bit granny blanket, bless him. That's more thinking that I'm going to do, and it's a little more chaotic than I can handle. I am a micromanager. It is me. I know that about myself. Anyway, I am going to make 5.5 by 5.5 inch squares and collect them in one of those little zippered storage bags. Once I have 35 of them, I am going to sew them together. And I'm reading my notes because you know your girl's got her notes, but today the notes are on the computer. The 35 pattern is going to lay out like this: 5 across, 7 rows deep. Once I sew them all together with one particular color, a neutral color that I hope blends all of those other colors together, then I'm going to put a moss stitch border around it. Again, hats off to Juan the Yarn Addict, because all the time that I've known about the moss stitch, I always knew it was just stitch single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the next stitch. Okay, bottom line, I knew how to do it. I didn't know what to call it. Some people call it the linen stitch. Some people call it a lot of things. At the end of the day, it makes a beautiful border on a granny stitch pattern. So that's my goal for creating blankets, and those blankets will be donated to the different organizations that I support. But my first goal is to make one and be able to show you. Once I'm done, I promise you I will. Now, the second thing, you guys know I have #restash 2025, which means I am constantly using cotton yarn. And a lot of times, once I have made 1 or 2 or even 3 dishcloths from a particular skein of yarn, there's a little bit left over, and I'm always confused about what to do with it if I've changed to a different color or I don't have enough of one particular color to make something cohesive. So I make a circle. And what do I use those circles for? There are 2 different things. I can either use it for a coaster, or I can use it for a face scrubby. And those face scrubbies, oh my goodness, I love them. Those of you who know I have very sensitive skin. In fact, I'm allergic to the sun. This is a recent awareness. So because of that, I can't use every particular product on my skin, and constantly buying and using cotton rounds to wash my face gets pricey because I wash my face multiple times a day. That being the case, you can get one of those Dollar Tree trash cans that you stick on top of your desk. Put it on the back of your toilet. Use your reusable cotton round. Wash your face. Wring it out. Once you're done, put it in that little trash can, and then wash those separately. And the reason I say do that is because you're going to be limiting the number of products you're putting on your face by washing those separately. In fact, in the description, I'm going to leave a link to the laundry sauce that I make for washing my cotton and my crochet products so that they don't have any non-organic products in it, limiting the chemicals that touch me, my skin, and other people who use the products that I create. So there is that. And those cotton rounds, oh yeah, they're fun and they're fast. So I especially love those. Now, a couple of weeks ago, in a video, I shared with you a bunch of keychain ideas for bookmarks. And why do I call them keychains first? Because if you put a key ring on it, that bookmark just became a bag charm. So a keychain, as it were. A little decorative element that you can hang on the back of a book bag, or maybe you're going to hang it on a cute, maybe plain purse as an accent, and something that lets people know, hey, I crochet and I'm not ashamed to share it. So those make really, really great gifts. They're easy, they're fun, they're fast, and the best part, those are things you can have in stash for for somebody who might show up for a holiday when you weren't anticipating them arriving, and you want to have something to give to them so that they know that they're special to you as well. They also make great conversation starters if you're in the store and you see someone who might not be having the best of day and you want to give them a moment of kindness. Have 4 or 5 in your purse. Give one away. You won't miss it. And that scrap yarn got put to use. So a double bonus. Number 4 are headbands and ear warmers. And I'm going to link the ear warmer pattern that I use as my go-to for charitable donations. But listen, as a girl who wears a headband more often than not, I love a good headband. And in the winter, having just my ears covered and not messing up hair, I'm here for that every day and every time. And you might be too. Whether you're male or female, having a headband or an ear warmer can make the difference as to what you look like when you're out there in weather that you don't want to be in. So make headbands and ear warmers. Great use of your scraps, better use of your time. Have fun with it. And then finally, this item, when I thought about this, I was like, why didn't I think about this earlier? That would be the gift card or small pouch holder. I give away quite a number of gift cards during the holidays to former daycare clients and so on and such. With that said, I don't like just giving them those plain little envelopes that they come in, because many times it's just a plain white envelope. I don't want to have to spend the extra time decorating it. And once they use the gift card, they throw both pieces away. But if I were to crochet with some of those thinner weight yarns, a little pouch to put those cards in, well, they could keep the pouch. And when they buy gift cards that they give away, then they can pay it forward. I love it. Tuck a business card inside if you're a crochet artist who also has a business, and not only are you sharing that gift card, you're also sharing information about your business, which might lend to you getting even more business. I love this for both of us and for your recipients. Now, those are my quick and easy 5 stash busting opportunities that I'm going to be trying. Do me a favor. In the comments, tell me what you might be trying. And hey, feel free to leave us some extra ideas that I didn't mention today. Now, hang on, because I'm about to move right on into the sales part of our video. Okay, let's talk about those sales. Starting with Premier. And guys, I'm not going to be discussing the specs of the yarn that I'm talking about for Premier today. The truth is, for 2 reasons. 1, a time constraint. And 2, simply because most of you know these specs by heart, because this is yarn that you love almost as much as I do. Or maybe more. I don't know. Nonetheless, these are the things that I saw on the Premier site that really piqued my interest. The first thing, of course, was the Just Worsted Value yarn. Those are those 1 pound skeins that we saw at the 5/4, now 6/4, maybe 7/4. Heck, I don't know. Dollar Tree has gone up so much on their prices, it's almost embarrassing, and it's way too hard for me to keep up with the price points. Anyway, they were selling this type of yarn at $5. Of course, Premier sells it on their site with plenty more colors for $6, $7 normally. It is currently down to $5.94. They also, web exclusive by the way, have the Just Worsted Ombre yarn on sale for $5.94 as well. Now, while we were talking about the Just yarn, don't forget they have the Just Chenille yarn available, also a web exclusive, and it is $21.24. So if that's something that is of interest to you, I highly encourage you to check it out. And before I left the Premier site, I did take note of the fact that the anti-peeling everyday worsted gradient yarn, that is, for those of you who know, the very yarn that Juan the Yarn Addict used for the blessing blanket that he created in honor of one of his no longer with us channel members Nana June. So I wanted to take a moment and highlight that yarn because A, I have some of it. B, it is phenomenal and it's gorgeous. But C, it's on sale for $7.19. So I had to get that information to you. And then I went over and checked out HobbyShopy. Now, I'm a little trepidatious, not because I've never shopped there. That is part of it, yes. But the bigger part of it is not a US based purchasing point for us. So for some of us, there may be tariffs involved. I did not dig deep enough to find out whether or not you would be hit with tariffs. I do want to share with you that if you are a first-time shopper with them, you can use the code NEWCOS10, NEWCOS10, and that way you will get 10% off your purchases. Additionally, if you purchase $99 or more, they are going to give you free shipping. So you'll have to go to their website to get more details. And yes, their website is linked in the description box below. Now, as to the yarn that I looked at that I want to share information about, the Elise Burkham Batik is $3.35. They have 29 different colors. This is a 100% acrylic yarn, and it is 3.5 ounces per skein, or 229 yards, which is a decent amount of yarn. So I think that is something, if you're interested in, you might enjoy. Some of you are going to scream when you find out that the Elise Diva yarn is on sale for $3.50. And I did a quick comparison, though we know Amazon changes their prices every 5 minutes. The Zon is selling that very same yarn for $4.99. They also don't offer 65 different colorways. Of course, now keep in mind, this is a fingering or sock weighted yarn, and it is 3.5 ounces or 382 yards. Then there is the Yarn Art Adore, which is on sale for $4.49 and has 42 different colorways. This is an anti-peeling DK weighted yarn, 3.52 ounces or 306 yards of yarn. Yes, I got stuck. Am I leaving it in? Of course I am. You know I'm not going to change. If I make a mistake, you get to see it. I'm a human being. If you're looking for AI, check your computer. If you're checking your YouTube channel, you're going to get Michelle warts and all. Anyway, that concludes all the information I want to give to you today about sales. I am foregoing sharing with you a pattern spotlight today because I gave you several pattern spots in the description box below this video, aka the show notes. I love that. I love it for me. I love it for you. But most of all, I love you. I hope this video has been entertaining, educational, and just plain fun. But with that said, I'm going to cut it off right here. I want you to have some fun today and this week. And be sure to check back for that video that's going to show up to let you know who the winners are from my very mini but very exciting milestone giveaway. Thank you for being here. I love you. Until next time. Bye-bye.